If you're feeling exhausted, even when you are resting, this short practice is for you. You know, sometimes it's not that you need more rest, it's that your body hasn't really fully let go of stress, tension, or overwhelm. So you can lie down and you can take time out, and yet you can still feel really kind of wired and tense or drained underneath all of that. And in Qigong, we understand this as the body holding on to excess tension, which stops your energy from flowing quite freely. So gentle movements like this really help your body to release that so much that your energy then starts to flow more freely and to restore naturally. So today we are going to move gently without any forcing or pushing, just allowing your system to reset in a way that feels safe and supportive for you. So let's get ourselves situated and begin. So standing with your feet roughly shoulder width apart. Take a moment now with your arms just resting down by your side. Soften your knees, relax your shoulders, and take a moment to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Simply notice how you feel right now. Notice, how's my body feeling? Is there any aches that keep niggling away? Anything that I'm always drawn to that's been bothering me in my body? Just observe that. Notice how you are feeling mentally and emotionally right now, just in this moment. But notice with compassion and kindness rather than self-criticism. Just observe. Now you've observed that, let's do a lovely movement with the breath, and we'll observe how we're feeling at the end of this practice. So with your feet roughly shoulder width apart, lovely softness in your knees. Have your hands round in front of you like you're holding a big ball, but the ball is low down. So as the ball is low down, just take a moment and breathe. And then we're going to float our hands slowly up in front of our chest. And then we're going to turn the hands when they get to our face. Spiral your thumbs forwards. Then release your hands and float them back down to that starting position. So we start again. We float the hands softly up. Gently press your thumbs forwards. Soft, soft arms. We float them down. We'll move with the breath. Take a long, soft breath in. And breathing out. Moving in time with your breath, breathing in. Notice your arms are soft and flowing, pressing your thumbs forwards, breathing out. This is called Buddha holds up the earth. This is a movement designed to help you to support your breathing, clear anything stuck in your lungs. The breath is the quickest way to gain more energy. So this movement, notice how you lift your rib cage gently as you lift your arms, synchronizing with the breath. Your lungs are known as the commanders of qi, the commanders of energy. So this movement is beautiful for bringing more energy into your body through the breath and through the movement. Last time. And allow your hands to float down, and now rest them at your sides. Just take a moment to pause and notice how you feel after that lovely movement for the breath. You might even notice there's a little bit more expansion in the way you can breathe. So now we're going to bring a little bit more energy into the body by doing what we call full body tapping or qi massage. Qi means energy. Let's start by rubbing our hands together, and let's take a couple of steps on the spot. So little steps, let's warm up the feet, get the blood flowing, then step your feet nice and still. Get some lovely energy and heat flowing through the hands. Let's start by tapping the center of your chest with either loose fists or with fingertips. Tapping right in the center, helping to stimulate your lungs, Tapping over the centre over your little thymus gland that's in the centre of your chest has a really important job despite the fact that it's small. It also helps to support your immune system by producing and maturing white cells. White cells help to fight infection, but tapping on your chest is also helping with lymphatic drainage. Good. Now we're going to tap underneath one collarbone, right underneath with a loose fist, tapping in the corner of your lungs. This is where your lung channel point starts in your meridians, so let's keep those lungs lovely and clear. So as we tap here, we're going to open our arm. Tap down the inside of the arm, turn your arm over, tap up the outside to your shoulder, tap down the inside of your arm, up the outside, bringing the energy to the surface of the skin, and then we go back to the centre of the chest. And then we'll tap under the other collarbone. Oh, it always makes you want to breathe. Even try that. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out with a lovely sigh. Clearing the wonderful lungs. There's also a point here for lymphatic drainage. So this also helps with your lymphatic drainage at the exit point of your lymphatic system. So now, tap down the inside of the arm. Up the outside to your shoulder. Tap down the inside of your arm, up the outside, really waking up the energy in the body. Come back to the centre of your chest and pause. Ooh, notice how you feel. Notice how the top half of your body now feels a little bit more alive and awake. You've stimulated the energy and started to wake your body up. Let's do the same for the bottom half. So we're going to take a loose fist. I'll turn around to show you. And we're going to tap either side of your spine, starting at the bottom and as high as you can comfortably reach. Tapping up and down either side of the spine. This is called beating the heavenly drums. I love this exercise. Nourishing your kidneys, sending a lovely vibration up and down your spinal cord to your brain. Now, tap down the back of your legs. Over your feet, up the inside. And we'll do that one more time. Tap around your hips. Give them a lovely tap. Your hips love being tapped. So tap around the hips. Let's bring some energy, blood supply, oxygen into the hip joints. Few little steps on the spot. Get the blood flowing through your feet and return to your feet roughly shoulder width apart. And now notice how you feel. Ooh, do you feel that zinginess running through your body as your energy is now starting to wake up? Cells in your body are starting to vibrate with energy. So now let's do a lovely movement to help support your circulatory system, to help your heart and your circulation. So we're just going to soften our knees and start to swing your arms slowly up and down, just roughly shoulder height at a nice gentle pace. We don't need to go too fast. You know, sometimes we rush through life and rush to the next thing, but our body wants us to slow down. Our nervous system recognizes the slowness. Now we're going to add in a little bend in the knees as we swing. Lovely swinging movement to help with your circulation in your body. Also helping with the lymphatic drainage, starting the point in the armpit. So allowing the breath to be natural, arms are relaxed, lovely swinging movement and this little bend in the knees, pumping blood and oxygen up and down the legs, helping to strengthen the legs, helping to build some resilience in the legs. So just lovely and gentle, taking your time, no hurry, nice pace. And we'll slow this down and come to stillness. Wonderful. So now we tapped our hips a moment ago. We're now going to do a lovely movement to rotate our hips and to get those hips feeling nice and loose. We hold so much tension in our hip joints. It's said that we hold our issues in our tissues, and it's so true. And a lot of that can be held in our hips. So take your hands behind your back, grab onto one wrist, soften your knees, and start to gently rotate your hips, paying attention to how they're feeling right now. Now, the number one rule in Qigong, certainly when I teach my classes, is we always move within our comfort zone. We never stretch our bodies more than 70% of its potential. So take your time here. Now, if your hips feel a little tight, even on one side, just gently step your feet slightly closer together and make those movements smaller. We don't want to overstretch the lovely hips. So rotating gently, noticing how they're feeling today. And then when you're ready, start to go the other way. And notice one side always feels a little different compared to the other. We are not equal on both sides. Lovely movement to help improve the flexibility in your spine, to support your digestive system. So today you might be feeling, you know what, I'm just going to go nice and small today, Lorraine. I'm not going to go with big movements, that's okay. If your hips feel okay, you can go bigger. Follow the guidance of your intuition. Listen to your incredible body. It will tell you when something doesn't feel quite as comfortable as it would like. Then we're going to come back to the center and notice, how those hips feel. Take a moment and really honor your body by noticing. So let's move straight down to our feet, and we're just going to bring in a little bit of energy into the ankles and the little bones in the feet. So with your feet slightly closer together, not as wide as hip width, but just a little bit closer, we're just going to start to rock. So we're going to rock forwards and backwards a tiny bit. Staying flat-footed for the moment, so we're rocking a little bit. So we're noticing that as we rock, we're just knocking ourselves off balance just a tiny bit. And then we're going to come up onto the heels, off the heels, and then lift your toes off the ground. Come up onto tiptoes, them down, toes up. Tiptoes, down, toes up. Now you might feel that you need to hold on to something to do that. That's absolutely fine. Up onto tiptoes, down and up. Allowing the calf muscles to have a little stretch and then a relaxation. Working on those little bones in the feet. Coming up and gently down. Then flatten your feet and go back to that little rocking forwards and backwards. Gentle rock. So knocking yourself off balance slightly as you go forwards. And as you come back, you're just returning to the same position as you were before. Little rock forwards, little rock back. Really nice movement to bring you back to your natural center of gravity. Helping to improve your balance and your coordination. Allowing your breath to be lovely and relaxed. Now your toes might want to come up and help you. So see if you can keep your toes down as you gently rock. Slightly off balance, and then back towards your heels. Forward, slightly off balance, and back towards your heels. Little movements. Waking up the energy in your feet and your legs, getting that blood supply flowing. Last one. Now then, notice how your legs are feeling. You might even feel that you've returned back into a slightly different position. Your center of gravity is returned back to what it should be, which is a little bit further back towards your heels. So now let's move towards our spine. We often hold a lot of tension in our spine like we do in our hips. And sometimes we hold lots of tension. It can make you feel heavy and sluggish and lacking energy. So we're going to allow the spine to do little twists so we can take that energy and let it flow as you release tension. So stepping your feet just a little bit wider. And as we step them wider, we are going to bring our hands to roughly around about face height, hands facing forwards. Then we're going to twist to one side, take your back heel off the ground, place the heel down, twist the other way. Little twists from side to side. Shoulders are low, hands are relaxed, but we're allowing the spine to gently twist, and we're taking that heel off the ground to, number one, protect your knees, and also number two, allows you to twist just a little bit further, staying well within your comfort zone. Now, as you gently twist, from side to side, notice where you feel the activity in your own back, in your spine. I can feel this gentle twist more in my upper back. It's very gentle, lovely way to release tension in the upper back, in the spine. Now, as you continue the twisting action, lower your hands to chest height. And as you lower your hands, you might notice you feel this a little lower in your back. So I certainly feel this around my shoulder blades. Gently going from side to side. Now take your hands lower again, down to waist height, but this time palms facing down. I tend to feel this more now in my lower back. Just around about my waist actually. Little bit of releasing movement from my spine. Then come back to center. Lower your hands down. Give yourself a little wiggle. And then just notice how you feel. Notice that lovely release in your back. So we're going to continue the little wiggle by doing a little bit of shaking. So we're going to just start off with our legs. So pump in your legs. The arms are still for now. Pump in your legs to get some energy clearance in the legs. Shaking is really powerful at clearing anything stuck in your legs, your body, any energy that's stuck. Really good for clearing tension, tightness, overwhelm, stress. And now move that little bit of shaking up to the arms. Let your arms join in to do some little pumping. I like the pumping action. So a little bit of pumping. And as you pump, allow the breath to join in. Breathing in through your nose, out with a soft sigh. Now I invite you now to be quite free in the way you're shaking. You can move your arms around, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, and continue with the breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale with a sigh. Just a few more seconds. And begin to slow the shaking down until you become still. Allow yourself to stand a little taller, but there's still a softness in your knees. Take this moment to observe what you feel in your body. You might feel that buzzing and tingling and warmth in your arms, in your hands. A lovely sign that you have cleared stock energy, and that energy is now flowing through your arms and your hands. Now from here we're going to do a beautiful flowing movement. So allowing your hands to float up in front of your chest, then open with palms up, then we float them down. We slowly float them up, turn palms, and we float them back down. We inhale, exhale, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up and open, exhale floating down. Once you know the movement, you might like to close your eyes to settle into the movement, moving now in time with your beautiful breath. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and low. Moving with your breath. And allow your hands to float down. Let them rest for a breath or two. And then we're going to step forwards. I'm going to do your mirror image. So stepping forwards with your right foot. little gap between your legs. And then from here, we're going to simply float our hands up, shift your weight forwards, then bring your weight back to your heels and bring your arms back. Drop your elbows, then press gently forwards and shift your weight. Float them back and down. And again, we float up as we hinge forwards, we float back and down. This time we're going to add in a little push. So press away, then floating back and down. We breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. Back to chest, drop elbows, breathe out. Breathing in and down. Noticing how there's a little shift going to and fro in the front leg. So forwards and backwards with this beautiful movement called pushing waves. Lovely flowing movement in time with your breath. When you're comfortable with how this movement works, I invite you to close your eyes. Pushing away anything that doesn't serve you. Drawing in fresh energy, releasing anything negative down. Breathing in. Pushing away anything that's weighing on you that's heavy. Breathing in fresh energy and release. Moving in time with your breath. We move slowly with the breath that allows your nervous system to calm down. The noise in your mind to gently settle. One more. Then we'll change sides. So turn that foot back. Other foot will do a little step forwards. And we start again. We bring the hands back and press away anything that's weighing heavy on you. Moving in time with your breath, we breathe in. Drop elbows, breathe out. Breathing in and out. Allowing your elbows to be lovely and low. Pushing waves. Allowing yourself to gently press away anything that has been bothering you, anything that does not serve you. Drawing in fresh, vibrant energy. Pushing away anything that's weighing heavy on your mind, on your heart. Push that away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. One more. Stepping the front foot back. Allowing yourself to pause here. Take a moment to breathe. Allow that movement to settle into your body. Then gently turn your palms forwards and start to very slowly gather. Gather your arms out the sides of your body. Slowly making their way softly above your head. And then floating them down. Slowly past your face, your throat, your heart, your abdomen. One more time, floating your hands slowly up, sealing in all the benefits of the movements you have done. Gather them in, seal them in. And as your hands float down, even with your eyes closed, natural breath. Allow yourself to wash over yourself. Peace, calm, tranquility, vitality and energy. When your hands come down level with your abdomen, place one hand on your abdomen, other hand on top. Take a moment here to settle. Allow yourself to pause, no hurry. And as you pause, take a moment to return to observing how you felt at the beginning. How is your body feeling now? Just as importantly, how are your emotions feeling? How are you feeling mentally? Allowing yourself to be the observer. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax your hands down by your side. Wonderful. Thank you so much for taking your time with me today and allowing yourself to be gentle with yourself through this practice. If you noticed even a little shift that your body's beginning to let go and restore, I would love to hear that in the comments below this video. So please leave me a comment. And if you'd like more Qigong practices, and if you'd like to always be alerted when a new practice arrives, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me here. But for now, take care of you today, lovely. Bye-bye.